Have you ever wondered, what is Islamophobia and why does it matter? Let's take a moment to understand what it really means and how it affects people's lives. What is Islamophobia? Islamophobia is more than just fear of Muslims. It's a form of prejudice. It's discrimination, hostility, and hate directed toward people simply because they are or are perceived to be Muslim. It can be expressed in words, attitudes, behaviours, policies, even violence. The Runnymede Trust, a leading UK think tank, defines Islamophobia as an unfounded hostility towards Islam, and therefore fear or dislike of all or most Muslims. But it doesn't just live in individual minds. It lives in systems, media, institutions, and society as a whole. What is the history of Islamophobia? Islamophobia as a term gained attention in the 1990s, but anti-Muslim attitudes, they've existed for centuries. In medieval Europe, Muslims were portrayed as enemies during the Crusades. During colonial times, Muslims were often seen as uncivilized or threatening. In more recent decades, particularly after the September 11th attacks, Islamophobia surged. Muslims began to be associated with terrorism and extremism, regardless of their individual beliefs or actions. The war on terror fueled suspicion, surveillance, and fear, especially in Western countries. So, how does Islamophobia show up in our world today? Let me mention a few examples. Hate speech and online abuse, stereotypes in media and film, discrimination in schools and workplaces, attacks on mosques and Islamic centers, women harassed for wearing the hijab, political language that treats Muslims as a problem. In Australia, for example, reports show Muslim women are especially targeted. Young Muslims do face bullying, and whole communities feel over-policed and misunderstood. Islamophobia doesn't always look like violence. Sometimes it's subtle, a joke, a dirty look, a silent assumption. But over time, it adds up. What can we say about the impact of Islamophobia? For those who experience it, Islamophobia can be devastating. It can cause anxiety, isolation, even trauma. It can make people feel like they don't belong in their own country. For children, it can shape their sense of identity. For adults, it can affect careers, education, and well-being. And for society, it damages trust. It divides communities. It undermines the very values we claim to stand for, like fairness, dignity, and respect. What can we do? Here's the good news. We are not powerless. There are real ways to challenge Islamophobia. Educate yourself. Learn about Islam from real sources, not just the headlines. Speak up. Call out stereotypes and hate when you see them. Support others. Stand with Muslim friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Build bridges. Create space for genuine conversations and shared understanding. Advocate. Push for fair policies and equal treatment for all. And most importantly, listen. Muslim voices need to be heard, believed, and respected. Finally, Islamophobia isn't just a Muslim issue. It's a human issue. It's about the kind of society we want to live in. One that includes everyone. One that sees our differences not as threats, but as part of our shared humanity. Together, we can build that society. Let's start today. This video was made to help inform, educate, and start conversations. Let's keep them going. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. and explore the rest of the series for more insights. See you in the next one.